you, far in life.
So all this in just 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
So it must have been a great summit to learn all of this in 3 days.
Yeah, this was the most interesting part because normally it takes you some time to you grow up and polish your skills. But in 3 days, I think it was enough.
Hello everyone, so we're here today at the Global Peace Chain Summit podcast, Qatar 2024. I'm Rayan from Lebanon and I'll be interviewing Alya from Pakistan. She's one of the delegates here. Alya, tell us more about yourself and what the summit inspired you to do.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Second, I have just graduated from
So you're Gen Z.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, coming here and attending this summit was such I would say a life-changing experience, if not exaggerating, because here I got to meet so many different people. And for example, for instance, after graduation, you are so uncertain about everything. So when you come here and you see people doing so many different things, you get so many different ideas. You familiarize yourself with so many different individuals, and it was really nice. And taking part in all the activities and moderating stuff, it actually helped me a lot to grow as a person, know so much that I didn't know before.
So all this in just 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
So it must have been a great summit to learn all of this in 3 days.
Yeah, this was the most interesting part because normally it takes you some time to grow up and polish your skills. But in 3 days, I think it was enough for me, enough time for me to.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So as you said, you're Gen Z.
Yeah.
So after these 3 days, meeting all these people with different backgrounds, experiences, and you just graduated, as I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you can find your way now? Since you said that as when you graduate, you're lost. So do you feel like you're still lost? Or do you kind of have an idea now? Where do you see yourself as Gen Z finding your way in life after this summit? Because you're going back home tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Firstly, I would say that our struggles as Gen Z, they have transformed so much. For example, if we compare our struggles, to the past generations, it was more in the past it was more about survival and living a peaceful life. But now it's more about achieving so much.
We have more struggles as Gen Z.
Yeah.
And millennials.
Yes, that is in my very respectful opinion. That we life has become so complex and there are so many different options that you can navigate through. You can adopt things, and it's not always easy. So as of now, it's so interesting when I look at people and they know what they want to do in life. But when I look inside and look within myself, it's majorly what do I genuinely want to do? I have so many different things, but then there's also a dilemma of not being the master of all trades, jack of all trades and master of none. So as of now, I'm just getting ideas from different people. I'm trying to.
So what ideas do you have now that may lead you in your life after the stage?
So as a student of international relations, my inclination is more towards social work.
Social work.
Yeah, social work or something creative. But then again, there is another whole dilemma that comes with it.
What's that dilemma?
For example, if you pursue anything creative, is it gonna get you far in life, in your professional career?
Maybe because it's very competitive
It
nowadays?
is extremely competitive. You know what? We have this standard of success that we have built. And it's not normal because everybody has their own ways and paths, but we just say it for the sake of saying it. We don't genuinely believe it. We feel regardless of how modern we are and how well aware we are, we still want to focus on that one set definition of success. That I need to get money, I need to have all of these cars and house, and then my life will be set, right? And in all of that, we ignore the importance of passion. We ignore the importance of how emotionally connected you are with certain things, right? So that is when it gets.
But do you think people can succeed if they're not passionate about what they do?
I think yes. In today's world, definitely.
So they can hate a job yet still succeed?
Exactly. Yes, they can. For instance, if they are putting their time and effort and they are being really disciplined, I think they can.
So it's they're thinking more rational.
Yeah, and then it will come at the cost of their mental health.
So you see,
exactly.
So they have a consequence.
But I think nowadays mental health is super neglected. Nobody really cares about it. All people care about is getting somewhere in life. Otherwise, the feeling of FOMO or like the fear of missing out,
Exactly,
takes over and makes like, oh, others are achieving so much and I'm doing nothing.
So they all feel like they're left behind and they start
Left behind.
comparing.
This is a constant thing.
And comparing leads to
Exactly.
mental health issue.
And then it's so interesting how everybody around you is feeling this way, but nobody's talking about
Nobody
it.
says it.
Yeah,
Because nobody wants to share their failures.
Exactly, nobody. And this is like really, failure is not a weakness,
So if I were to ask you now, as you're a Gen Z, what's the advice or the encouragement message you can give to other Gen Zs to find their way in life and to yourself as well? So this message is for you and for other Gen Zs.
I would like
that
to
you
say,
will follow after this
yes,
as a motto.
I would like to say be stubborn with your interests.
Like your passion is specific.
Yes, be stubborn, like really, really stubborn. Like stick to that, stick to your passions, regardless of like what people around you are telling you and how like low you feel at times, and like
and also how much you fail.
Exactly.
It's
how
okay
you
to
downplay
fail 1 or 2 times.
How you downplay your own feelings at times. Be stubborn with your own self. Be stubborn when it comes to others, and like just pursue. For some time, just try and see what actually happens. Because sometimes the reality is not as scary as you make it. So just be stubborn with it. Just go with it.
So just be stubborn and go with it.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
So that's the message for Gen Z, everyone. Just be stubborn and follow your passion. Thank you so much, Alya, for joining us today, and wish you all the best in your endeavors.